see. No wobble. Nice. Remember that
What do you think PUY stands for?
Poo.
Oh.
Poo. Like it's French.
Oh, it's French.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, it's French.
Now with that locked, we can take off all of this stuff. I need to get this rag. To be on the safe side with this engine speaking, we don't know the condition of it. We're going to also be changing the water pump and gaskets. So it's just a couple 12s, so let's knock that out. There's some rust on this, and I'm not saying that it's good or it's bad, but probably best for us to change it. So we're going to change the seal. I'm going to clean this surface up as well. To help clean this up, I'm going to be using this pad. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but I've used these before on Chelsea's, the bottom of her SR. It just helps clean it up, give you a clean surface to put your gaskets and everything like that.
Ooh, look.
Oh yeah.
New O-ring. This is for what goes here. Oh, it's like this.
This is the gasket. Just be on the safe side, I'm gonna hit this with some copper gasket. There we go. So now this is all coppered up. So what we're gonna do is place that on there.
So it's worth more now.
Yes. And then we're gonna put the timing, or not timing belt, water pump on there and get that sealed up.
The timing pump.
Yes, the timing pump. Also make sure you put on the correct one.
Yeah, not the
You feel like you wouldn't have to say that, but there are people out there.
I mean, I feel like we would do that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna try and throw a bolt in. Not that it's gonna give it too much of a spot for it to hold on to, but anything's better than nothing. It does give you this little tab here to try and help hold it in place. So I'm gonna keep my finger on the bolt and then this, and we'll get this slid. So now all I'm doing is I'm just kind of lightly tightening it in a I guess star pattern, even though it's not. Crisscross pattern is more correct. just to make sure that it seats all the way down nice and even. I got my little baby torque wrench. Online they say that this should be around 14 to 19 foot-pounds. This is only in inches, so I have it at 160. If my math is correct, then that should be right at 15 pounds. Double check my math. It is 180 for 15 foot-pounds. I'm gonna be replacing this, the seal. A few people say they like drill a hole into it, they use a pick. Main thing that you don't want to do is gouge or scratch anything here or on the actual shaft itself. I feel like this is one of the sketchier things I've ever done, but here we go. There it goes. Alright, so that method actually does work, as scary as that is. Alright, so everything looks good, so I'm going to put the seal back in. I'm not sure what other people do to get these on. I've never done one like this, or just in general. Okay, so there's the new seal in there. Except I have a socket that is the exact same size. So, 32. Yep. That is now all in there. So, now that that's done, I could do the timing belt once I get on the keyway.
When you replace the timing pulley down low, you really want to replace the bolt as well, because these actually will stretch over time. So it's always a good idea just to replace everything. All these things are really not that expensive. They're probably about $60, I would say, for all three.
Yeah, but if you're in a timeless, like if you're in a time stop and you don't have to worry about that, then you can use the same ones.
But the 1.6 motors have a problem with crank wobble, and basically what that means is the key starts to wobble in here, and then it I'm like super nervous.
Like, oh my god, like
guys, I'm like
what do I
not
say?
good at public speaking.
So what she's trying to say is it'll do what's known as walking on you. So it'll actually eat part of your crankshaft, and instead of the keyway holding it in exactly top dead center where it's supposed to be, it'll actually retard the timing a little bit. So you'll end up getting like backfires, it'll be a little laggy and stuff like that, and that is one of the things that we're trying to avoid by doing
we've
this.
seen one eat probably like 1/8 of an inch or more.
Yeah.
Further back. It was pretty gnarly, but this one's actually in really good shape. Now this is a long nose, and they're less prone to walking, but not really.
So right there, I can still move it, but it's just making contact. Now, this is where you actually get the tension of everything. So what you want to do is put this on the edge of that pulley, and then there's a pin all the way over here. Best to use a pair of needle nose, pull that over, and then that will help you align everything. Or, I'm sorry, tension it. Now before you do that, you want to put on your belt. So just,
Your jeans don't sag.
yep. So once you got your belt on, you're good. Now, here's the issue that I have. Looking at the cam gears, this one's on, this one's about a tooth off. So I have to release this and hope that it goes back. It could not, but we're gonna see what happens. Everything else is tightened up. Hopefully these two will be okay. these off. Give this a spin. So this one is slightly off. So what we have to do is basically lock this one so that that one doesn't move, because this needs to be one tooth over. If I'm correct, it's either 19 or 21 teeth in between.
Yeah, we'll have to double check.
Which right now, from
I always get confused with the SR.
this little mark on the I to the E, we have 19. Let's Google.
Okay, so we're trying to line up this notch with this. And this notch.
Yeah, they're actually both off. So what you want to do is you want to keep tension on this so it doesn't just spin over. I have this here to keep tension on it.
Yeah, and you want to make sure the triangle and the notch in the thing are lined up straight, and that's...
Yeah, right there at top dead center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off by hand, keeping tension with my hand and on the wrench, and then we're going to make sure that this on the exhaust, or I'm sorry, on the intake, the notch on the E is straight up, and then we'll also put that back on, do the reverse, and try and get that one over as well. Yep, that's it.
Yeah! Woo!
So the next thing you want to do, just to double check your own timing,
Do you want that loose?
I just cracked it. So, run that over.
It's like an ice cream maker when it makes that noise. Like the old school ones.
Like the ones at the rod round.
Yeah.
Right, there's top dead center again, which I went too far, so we gotta spin the gears one more time. God damn it, I went one too far again.
Jumped at you.
Okay, so right there. We are lined up.
Woo.
So we are good there. Good. So,
Well, it's a good thing we did that.
Yeah.
Because they were messed up. What are they?